Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I hope you're keeping well. And if you're new to this channel, then please do subscribe this channel as a small token of love for me. I'm starting my audiobook journey with Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 1, Observing the Armies on the Battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is also known as Vishad Yoga. Dhritarashtra Ubach Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samavita Yuyutsava Mamaka Pandava Shaiva Kim Kurtava Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? The topics discussed by Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya as described in the Mahabharata form the basic principle of this great philosophy. It is understood that this philosophy evolved on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which is a sacred place for the pilgrimage from immemorial time of the Vedic age. It was spoken by the Lord when he was personally present on this planet for the guidance of the mankind. The word Dharma Kshetra, a place where religious rituals are performed, is a significance because on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead was present on the side of Pandavas. Dhritarashtra, the father of the Kurus, was highly doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. In his doubt, he inquired from his secretary, Sanjaya, what did they do? He was confident that the both of his sons and sons of his younger brother, Pandu, were assembled in the field of Kurukshetra for a determined engagement of the war. Still, his inquiry is significant. He did not want a compromise between the cousins and the brothers, and he wanted to be sure of the fate of his sons on the battlefield. Because the battle was arranged to be fought at Kurukshetra, which is mentioned elsewhere in Vedas as a place of worship, even for the denizens of heaven, Dhritarashtra became very fearful about the influence of the holy place on the outcome of the battle. He knew very well that this would influence Arjuna and the other sons of Pandu favorably, because by nature they were all virtuous. Sanjaya was able to envision the battlefield of Kurukshetra, even while he was in the room of Dhritarashtra. And so on, Dhritarashtra asked him about the situation on the battlefield. Both the Pandavas and the sons of Dhritarashtra belonged to the same family, but Dhritarashtra's mind is disclosed herein. He deliberately claimed that only his sons, Kurus, and he separated the sons of Pandu from the family heritage. As in the paddy field, the unnecessary plants are taken out, so it is expected from the very beginning of these topics that in the religious field of Kurukshetra, where the father of religion, Sri Krishna, was present, the unwanted plants like Dhritarashtra's son, Duryodhana, and the other Kauravas would be wiped out, and the thoroughly religious persons headed by Yudhishthir would be established by the Lord. This is the significance of the word Dharma Kshetre and Kurukshetra, apart from their historical and Vedic importance. Shlok 2. Drishta tu Pandavanikam Vyudham Duryodhanastada Acharya Mupasangama Raja Bachanam Brabita. Sanjaya said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in the military formation by the sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words. Dhritarashtra was blind from birth. Unfortunately, he was also bereft of the spiritual vision. He knew very well that his sons were equally blind in the matter of religion, and he was very sure that they could never reach an understanding with the Pandavas, who were pious since birth. Still he was doubtful about the influence of the place of the pilgrimage. And Sanjaya could understand his motive in asking about the situation on the battlefield. Sanjaya wanted, therefore, to encourage the despondent king and assured him that his sons were not going to make any sort of compromise under the influence of the holy place. Sanjaya therefore informed the king that his son went to the commander-in-chief Dronacharya to inform him of the real position. Although Duryodhana is mentioned as a king, he still had to go to the commander on account of the seriousness of the situation. He was therefore quite fit to be a politician. But Duryodhana's diplomatic veneer could not disguise the fear he felt when he saw the military arrangement of the Pandavas. Shlok 3. Pasyaitang Panduputranamacharya Mahating Chamuma Vyudhang Drupadaputrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligence disciple, the son of Drupada. Duryodhana was a great diplomat. He wanted to point out the defects of Dronacharya, the great Brahmana commander-in-chief. Dronacharya had some political quarrel with King Drupada, the father of Draupadi, who was Arjuna's wife. As a result of this quarrel, Drupada performed a great sacrifice, by which he received the benediction of having a son who would be able to kill Dronacharya. Dronacharya knew this very well, and yet, as a liberal Brahman, he did not hesitate to impart all his military secrets when the son of Drupada, Drishtadumna, was entrusted to him for his military education. Now on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Drishtadumna took the side of the Pandavas, and it was he who arranged for their military phalanx, after having learned the art from Dronacharya. Duryodhana pointed out this mistake of Dronacharya's so that he might be alert and uncompromising in the fighting. By this, he wanted to point out that he should not be similarly lenient in the battle against the Pandavas, who were also Dronacharya's affectionate students. Arjuna especially was his most affectionate and brilliant student. Duryodhana also warned that such leniency in the fight would lead to defeat. Thank you for listening the first episode of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Next part will be uploaded on the upcoming second episode of this series. And as a token of love, as well as to get all the updates from this channel, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you. Hare Krishna.